We're live. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. Nice to be back on YouTube after all this time. A long time since you streamed over here, but we are streaming here tonight. It's going to be fun. We are going to be playing the tournament as well. Obviously, our weekly that we threw up, Series 10 weeklies, we've got going on every week. So there'll be another one next Friday at the same time. But tonight's one, here it is. We got 410 entries, which is just insane. So a massive shout out to everyone. It's enter tonight. I hope you have a great time. It's a bit of fun at the end of the day. It is a good bit of practice before the official rules kick in on the 1st of August. But it's going to be a lot of fun nonetheless. So I've got a team lined up for tonight. Hopefully it does well. It was just a couple of ideas that I was playing around with. It's nothing exciting, but there's some differences in the build. Hydriegon is going to be the big one. Johnny, how are you doing, mate? Don't mind a bit of scouting. Never mind a bit of scouting, especially from you, mate, or anyone else. But I hope you're doing well, man, and enjoying your Friday evening. Are you playing? Salazi, how are you doing? William, how are you? Here's the team that we're playing tonight. Obviously Hitmontop as well, but Hitmontop kind of provides a similar role to Mienshao. It's just slower but has Intimidate. And then Tapu Fini, it's been working pretty well, so I'm pretty looking forward to getting in with this team, if that makes sense. The Hydreigon's been really good in practicing, so hopefully it pays off tonight. Obviously got the Grassy Seed on Volcarano, and then the rest all makes sense because it's all pretty standard. So yeah, William, which Pokemon team are you using in your match? So this one is the one that we'll be locking in with tonight. I really like Tapu Fini as well in this format. Malix, how are you doing? Thanks for hopping in. Thanks to everyone as well hopping in, joining the stream tonight. If you are playing, obviously it'd be nice if we bump into each other. We're limited to 15 games. It's just how these go for the time restraints and stuff like that. But hopefully I get to play some of you. If not, then I'll hopefully just enjoy the stream and the team. And I'll pop a rental of this team up at the end of the stream if anyone wants to take it away and have a go with it. But we've got our man Costa up first. Here we go. So this is going to be good. So Costa playing Kyogre, Tornadus, Shedinja. Excellent, Shedinja. So we're going to have to rely on Volcarano to deal with that. Incineroar and Regieleki. Right, pretty standard kind of Ogre team that we're seeing at the minute. Oh, I hate Shedinja already. I haven't even played one in Series 10 and I'm like, oh, why? Costa, why are you doing this to us? Speed control, we got Tornadus, we got Regieleki, but a fake out users aren't generally going to be that great. Okay, how are we going to lead this? Because this is quite tricky for us, to be honest. I mean, Boom's always going to be a good lead, I think, regardless. We could bring something like Hydreigon. It helps us against the Shedinja as well. Volcarano then isn't massively necessary. I think we'll go Hydreigon. Actually, no. I think we go Zacian, go Fini, and then we go Hydreigon. Yeah, we'll lock in with that. We'll see how we go. I don't feel super confident about this first one tonight, but let's see. Let's see how we get on. Let's change this track. I've got this playlist on Pretzel Rocks, and that track comes on every time, and I'm like, why have I got that still on the playlist? Hopefully the levels and everything are alright for everyone as well. Serena, Tornadus. Yeah. Okay, well this isn't the worst. I mean, the one thing that we've got going for us is that Costa doesn't have... Oh no, they do have Intimidate, don't they? Of course they do. Peter, how you doing? Hope you're well. Tixik, Anubis, how you doing? First time catching a stream. Thanks for the content you make. Thank you so much for coming by the stream, and I hope you enjoy tonight's stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here and all the support I get on the channel. Okay, well, we're going to say probably Tailwind, U-turn. You would imagine. Or are they just going to switch in Ogre? I mean, they have to get the Tailwind up, really. Because we could potentially just double into the Tornadus, get rid of that Tailwind, and then kind of stall it out from there. It's an option. I do want to go after the Tornadus, if I'm like completely honest. I mean, we've got an opportunity where we could sub as well, but I think I'm going to double in on Torn and get rid of it. Yeah, we'll probably see a U-turn, I'd imagine, from the Serena. Yep, and then the Auger going to come in. But that's kind of fine. +1 Incineroar. I am good. How are you doing? And Peter, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's see. I'd like to stack up a few wins tonight. It'd be good if we could. Knock off Rillaboom. Spicy. No, I don't like horses. Definitely don't like horses. Not with this team. This Zacian's pretty bulky as well. I don't mind the Incineroar kind of coming in there. If I'm completely honest, gives us the opportunity to just pivot out with Boom. We do take a bit of unnecessary damage, of course, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Now, who are we gonna bring in? Maybe Hydreigon here isn't bad, you know. I think Hydreigon can do a bit of work for us. At least we've got a way to kind of stall out the Tailwind as well. And I think what we'll do is we'll protect Hydreigon, and then we'll pull a switch and get Fini in, and then we'll try and get a Calm Mind up. I don't know if it's actually worth getting a Calm Mind up right now. I think it's probably worth just getting rid of the Tornadus, because if we Calm Mind, we're putting ourselves in that awkward position where they can just taunt us, and that's not ideal. At least getting Zacian off the field right now as well is just going to reset that Intimidate drop. DK Trading, thank you so much. How many of you are playing in the tournament tonight? Are many of you playing? We had like 410 entries just before I logged in, so that was pretty insane, which is really cool. Are we going to just see the parting shot out on the Incineroar on the Fini? I think that's what we'll probably see. But this is all right. I mean, the Tornadus off the field right now is fine because we want to stall out these. We want to stall out the Tailwind turns, right? Oh, that's beautiful. That is magical. Because we could drop a Draco. We could throw a Joy here and drop a Draco on that Serena, and go. Is the NC gonna, and the NC probably, well, it depends how fast he runs his NC. If it's kind of standard, it's gonna outspeed Hydreigon, and then it's not really worth our while. And they've also potentially got high jump kick as well, which will not be good for Hydreigon. I don't really want to lose Hydreigon either this early on in the battle. Let's go into Rilla here and let's just protect. Samuel L, thank you so much for the subscribe. And Johnny, you're playing. I'll finish the battle, then I'll start. Finish this battle. Okay, cool, man. Samuel L, hello, new to VGC, so hoping to learn all I can. Hopefully I can help you in any way. But great to hear that you're getting into VG, and hopefully you're enjoying it. It's a good time to come in, I think. Oh, they're going triple axle. Is it going to hit all 3 times? That's not ideal. I mean, if they parting shot here, we've kind of denied it again, which is good for us because then we can get the Zacian in. It's really unfortunate we've lost Boom though. Like, really unfortunate. And they got 1 turn of Tailwind left. Okay. They're going to have to try and get Tornadus out on the field now. But I think we go after the Serena. Do we just pull in? Is he just going to predict this though? This is the thing. I think he predicts this. I think he goes parting shot out on Zacian. He may not. I think he parting shots out on Fini, to be honest. We could take this opportunity to get a sub up. No, I don't think we sub. I think we just pull to Hydreigon. Because I think Fini now is our most important Pokemon now that we've just lost Boom. So recklessly as well. Yeah, that makes sense. And the Tornado is going to come back in. But if it does, then we will be able to kind of get rid of it. And that's the Tailwind gone. So that gives us a speed advantage with Zacian at least. for the rest of this game. It looks a bit bleak right now, but we can still pull this back. We can still do this. Well, Kyogre coming in, okay. Not wanting to bring that Tornadus in, just lose it. So, nice play there from Costa. Tossa Toast, happy Friday. Thanks for joining the stream tonight with us. Hope you're doing well as well, my friend. Let's see, that's good. That's good damage. That's good damage. Parting shot, and here comes the Tornadus to get that Tailwind back up. Okay, well, we're still not on a terrible spot, I will say. Because I think we Sacred Sword the Kyogre next turn. I think we just double. I think we Sacred Sword. How do we switch into Fini? No. Yeah, we switch to Fini, we Sacred Sword. Yeah, because they're going to Tailwind, and they either switch out to Incineroar here, or they keep the Kyogre in and just Origin Pulse. Lay, you haven't said about the most important thing in Sweetly. What do we win? So the first place, whoever comes first this week, does win a pre-order of, is it Shining Diamond? Brilliant Pearl? Whichever way around it is. I'm constantly getting it wrong. Even after I looked at the graphics a bunch of times. Kyogre just protecting. Okay. Are we just going to see a Hurricane? No, there's a Tailwind. Okay. See, I think we just go for the Sacred Sword, and I think we just go for Muddy Water here, you know? Because a Muddy Water will get the Tornadus, and potentially the Chip and the Sacred Sword damage onto the Ogre will get it. And like that covers the Incineroar coming in for the Tornadus, you know? Like this Zacian's bulky, so we're not really worried too much about what the Ogre is going to throw out at us right now anyway. Yes, but the winner of tonight's friendly does win a copy of Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. Either one, they get the choice. We will contact them in good time, obviously to arrange the pre-order, get it all ordered, booked and everything. So when it comes out, you get it on release day. But it's just a little thank you from myself for supporting the tournaments and everything like that. So we'll get that Sacred Sword. Ooh, that just gets it. Nice. The Ogre's down, and now we're going to say bye-bye. Tapu Fini, how could you do this to us? How could you do this? Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Pokemon Trainer Emerald, thank you so much. And Luke Davis, YouTube just told me on. Well, Luke, we are super grateful for having you here tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Right. That Muddy Water miss, not ideal. Okay. So I think we just take it. Oh, we can't. We've got to sack off. We've got to sack off Hydriegon here. Fini's still in decent shape, especially with the rain up. The worry is the Serena. So as long as we got Zacian like to kind of as an endgame Pokemon, like we're gonna be alright. Hurricane, yep. And parting shot, yeah. Can we do this with just Zacian though? I mean, right, well, the thing is now, we need to get rid of the Tornadus. Like, we need to get rid of the Tornadus. Like, that is the big thorn in our side here for us, like, massively. I'm kind of not feeling like I really want to switch anything out here. I think what we'll do is we're going to Draco. -1 Dark Pulse. Will it get it? I'm not sure. And because we need to get the Tornadus, we'll go for a Moonblast. That Muddy Water miss is brutal though. Where are we going? Okay. Can we take a Power Whip? I don't know. Does connect. Probably not. Nah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Good game, Costa. Thank you, Tapu Fini. I can't blame Tapu Fini really too much. But Zacian's got a lot of work to do now. And the Tailwind Pit is out. And it's, yeah, I think the biggest problem for us here was not being able to stop that Tailwind. And we had an opportunity with the Fini. And maybe we should have, you know, with the rain up, it was just tempting just to go Muddy Water, though. Maybe we should have just Moonblasted there, though. And now the Taunt just goes Tailwind, and that's us. I mean, we could try. A Sacred Sword's not going to get. Nah, because they're going to taunt us. I think they taunt us now. U-turn. Yeah, there's not really much we can do. But if they taunt us, I mean, we get the Behemoth Blade, but they probably survive it. No, they just Tailwind, so they're going to do this U-turn. And the Sacred Sword would have been the better choice. NG, how are you doing? I already forgot about Series 10 because of Unite. I know, Unite has been a lot of fun. I haven't had much time to play it. I've put obviously my code down here because I will be planning on streaming a lot of Unite in the coming weeks. So, Unite, I have been enjoying, but yeah, I've just not had enough time to play it. I'm like so new to like MOBAs in general though. I just found it like a completely different world to be like a part of, you know? It's like, it's so mad, like just trying to learn like what different roles different Pokemon have and things like that. We can protect, because I don't know if Incineroar will be able to outspeed Zacian. Again, it depends what its speed set is. But if Costa's smart here, he switches the Incineroar out to Serena, so then you can switch Incineroar back in again. Yeah, there we go. Muddy Water always misses, Johnny. Always misses. I wish accuracy was raised. Yeah, I mean, it's a pain, really. It's a pain. We're just going to forfeit because there's no win in this, and we're just going to drag it out. Very good game, Costa. Nice to play to kick us off with tonight. Unfortunately, it was a loss for us. But we're not going to let that hamper our mood. We're going to get into this tournament. We're going to warm up into it, and we're gonna get some W's tonight. It's going to be good. Nigel, how are you doing? How many people signed up for tonight? Well, before, I don't know how many participating, but we had 410 just before I hopped on tonight. So that is a crazy amount of people, which I'm super grateful for. We're in the dreaded 1400s, but we'll not be here for very long. I promise, chat. We will not be here for very long. Could run Choice Band Liquidate, yeah. Could try a Ho-Oh team on the channel. Yes, Bubbly, we will definitely try a Ho-Oh team for sure. It's definitely one of the Pokemon I really do enjoy playing with, and I think it's a great anti-meta Pokemon. And I think there's some really interesting picks that you can play alongside it to get it working super well. Okay, right, we got Lele, Whimsicott, Mienshao. We've got Calyrex, BF Gerald. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry I butcher usernames all the time, so I have to apologize. And Johnny got to go. No, Johnny's got to win this weekly. Well, got to win. Johnny, I hope we play. I've got to stop reading chat and talk about the team that we're playing, because otherwise, right. Hydriegon good here, except for the Wimmy, the Lele, which threaten us pretty hard with the Tailwind as well, with the Whimsicott. It's obvious that that's probably something that they're going to utilize, of course. But what we can do is do this. Hitmontop and Zacian. Hitmontop, Zacian. Yeah, Hitmontop, Zacian, Rillaboom. And do we want Hydriegon or do we want Tapu Fini? I think we want Tapu Fini, honestly. Do we actually need Rillaboom in this? I don't think we do. I think we need Tapu Fini, and I think we need Hydriegon. Okay. That is going to be what we do. So, let's see how this works out against the horse team. Okay, let's see. 10 away from me. 410 is an insane number to have, yeah. I think it's more than last week's one. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now, where are you faking out? In Shao. Are you going to fake out a top? Or you fake out Zacian, I think. I think you fake out Zacian here. I think they do. But we're going to do this. We're going to Sucker Punch and we're going to Behemoth Blade. I think they... Well, the only reason why you'd fake out top here is if you were worried about the wide guard, potentially, I think. Perfect. That's perfect. Bye-bye, Calyrex. Hitmontop. The horse killer. Oh, it's bulky. That is a fat horse. That is a very fat horse. And now top's gone. Poor top. We've got an expert belt on it. It's okay. That's a fat Calyrex. Now we're in a bit of trouble. This is where Rillaboom would have come in quite handy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. But again, we're not. It's not. Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad because we need to take down the Mienshao. Are they going to double into Zacian here? They have to close combat the Hydreigon. And the +1. I think we take an attack from Calyrex. But then it leaves Tap. Okay, okay. I think we have to just sacrifice. I think we just have to sacrifice Zacian here, to be honest. Okay, they're going to switch out. Okay. And then Entei. Okay, that switch is quite good for my opponent, to be honest, because now the thing is the Mienshao like checks Hydreigon, which is the awkward thing for us. That Behemoth Blade. Wow. Okay, well we can just get rid of the Entei next turn. Red card. Okay, that's fine. I kind of would prefer Tapu Fini on the field anyway. I think they close combat into Hydreigon. But we could take this opportunity to... Yeah, we could take this opportunity to Calm Mind, but I think... Or do we just Muddy Water? No. I think what we'll do is... Do we switch to Zacian here? We could potentially. I think they're going to Snarl though. I think they Snarl. And I think we just Moonblast. We just Moonblast. I don't think we got room to Calm Mind right at this moment. I can't believe the Calyrex survived that. Shiny Hitmontop is very nice. Is that your favorite shiny? Nah, I don't know. I think my favorite shiny probably Azumarill. I think. Yeah, I'd say Azumarill for sure. Just that yellow. The yellow pop on it is just so nice. Yeah, they doubled up. Okay, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. We lose the Zacian, and now we're in a bit of trouble. Well, we are in deep trouble. Not off to the best of starts, friends. Yeah, I kind of worried about that switch in there because it's like you go close combat and then Sacred Fire kind of covers the Zacian switch, which is kind of obvious. Now here's a bit of a worry because if they wide guard here, which I don't think they will unless they predict the protect, which is pretty obvious from us. Unless they just want... Like once the Mienshao goes down... Okay, no wide guard, so that's good. That's fine. Like Hydreigon can kind of... It depends if Tapu Lele is in the back though. Okay, well we get the Muddy Water off, which is good. Don't get rid of the Entei, but... It's not the worst. We do get the accuracy drop though, which is good. Azumarill is very good shiny. Yeah, I do love it. I do love it. There's lots of nice ones. Like I'm not a massive fan. Like I do like some of the subtle shinies. Like some of them you can't really tell. Like Tyranitar. Okay, this is actually all right because it's not all right really. It's whether or not the Tapu Fini can take on something like, because we can just muddy water here, and I'm pretty sure that is what's the water. That makes things a bit more tricky. We have to Draco Meteor and muddy water. Yeah, Snarl here will be a little bit awkward for us to deal with. Okay, we could have kind of done with that missing. If this isn't sashed, I mean, we've won this. But if this is, yeah, okay, that's, wow. I can't believe how well Urshifu actually takes that, with how bad its special defense normally is. Alright. Obstagoon. Yeah, Obstagoon's a nice shiny. It's Life Orb. It's super chunky as well. Like, this team's just defensively chunky, and there's no way that we can take anything from the Calyrex now. So yeah, well, good game to my opponent. Everything fat on this team. The fat defenses have definitely scuppered our plan. I do like Xerneas shiny. I do like I love the primal shinies though, you know, like Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza shiny. Rayquaza's amazing as well. We can Moonblast. We can Moonblast and hope, but it's not gonna help us. It's not gonna help us at all. The fat horse is spoken. Poor Fini. Yeah, Rilla would have been the way. Rillaboom, I think, would have given us way better options here with just Fake Out and Grassy Glide the priority. So never mind. Yeah, now I've just read that. The Misty Terrain. This is again why. Yeah, the Misty Terrain's weakening our Draco, so that's why. And we would have got it without the Misty Terrain. So that's our own. That's that's on my head. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, good game to my opponent. We just threw that for no reason. Right, here we go. Reset button is hit. We've got Zay up next, playing Lunala, Serena, Darmanitan. Is that War Turtle? It is, yeah. Okay, Indeedee and Pelipper. Right, we cannot lose to this. I'm making a vow. Nah, right this minute, we cannot lose to this. Darmanitan, what's your base speed like? 95, I think? I think 95. Okay, Hydreigon going to be like really good here. Okay, let's go top, Hydreigon, Zacian, and do we want to bring Boom or do we want to bring, I think Pelipper's a little bit awkward to deal with, but I think like it's obviously going to have access to Tailwind, but it's either, no, I think we bring Boom. I regret not bringing Boom in that last game. I have to bring it. Forgetting about the Misty Terrain completely in that one though. So yeah, I feel super dumb for doing that. But yeah. And thinking like, that would have 100% knocked it out if the terrain wasn't on the field. Yeah. This may be that bulky Urshifu that's been used now. Saw it on second place in the Rose Tower tournament. I haven't actually checked out that team yet. I'm kind of interested in it. But bulky Urshifu's always something that's interested me. I've always felt like Assault Vest Urshifu is definitely something that could probably do some work. But I've never seen anyone run Assault Vest on it. I'd have to run the calcs. Obviously, you're still going to be like really, really vulnerable to like some special attacks. But I think it definitely has it definitely could do some work for sure. Right, we got Serena and we got the DD. Now what are we going to see here? U-turn. I think we'll pull in Zacian. I mean, we could just pull in the Boom as well, just to get rid of the terrain. Yeah, I think we go for Boom because I think we got Dark Pulse into Serena. If they then go redirection, at least we've got like Grassy Glide we can hit and get rid of like their terrain support. And we can't if the Serena's on the field. Lee, may I try a team on Pokemon Showdown? Yes, I'll grab you the paste after this this game. Okay, so there's the Protect on the DD. We get the Dark Pulse into the Serena. It's definitely Assault Vest. Going for a U-turn. Yep, into Hydriegon. Yeah, -1 will help out there though. I want to see this War Turtle though. Imagine if this was still a Dynamax format and we saw War Turtle go big. That would be hilarious. Run a physical for Lunala. Okay, Darmanitan coming in. I mean, we've got Fake Out. I mean, they probably. Do we just drop the Draco here, or do we just Dark Pulse? I think we just Dark Pulse again into Darmanitan. I think we're probably going to see a Follow Me. Which I kind of don't mind. Yeah. And that's alright. So I think Darmanitan either goes Big Boy Flare Blitz into the Rillaboom or goes U-turn into Hydreigon, I think, this next turn. Ricky G157, thank you so much for the follow. And how are you doing, Matt? Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoy the stream. And if you're playing in the tournament, if any of you are playing in the tournament, I hope you do enjoy it tonight. I hope you have a lot of good fun playing, good practice, and are successful, obviously, as well. I'm kind of scared of like, yeah, I think we have to protect Hydreigon here, just because there's no way for us to like reliably hit the Darmanitan in this situation, and there's a good chance it goes U-turn this next turn. And it could be Scarfed as well, which worries me. Okay, so DD just gone for a Protect, which is, I guess, good in one sense. And we're just going to see the Big Boy Flare Blitz. Hopefully we can take this. Yeah, okay, we can. Oh, we could have just went for an Earth Power there. Okay, so I think we just I think we Fake Out DD and just go for that Earth Power into the Darmanitan, to be honest. Because with DD just protecting there, like we could play a bit passive and go Fake Out into Darmanitan and go Dark Pulse again, which would probably just get the DD, but I don't know. It's probably a good idea to just get rid of this Darmanitan while we can, and it frees up Rillaboom to do a bit more of a job later on. Yeah, it's Scarfed. Okay. So top going down, which is fine. I'm fine with that. That trade for Darmanitan's totally fine. Daniel Casas. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. Daniel, I'm sorry, but how are you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. And Malcron, I once battled a Citrus Berry Urshifu. We'll bring Boom back in. Citrus Berry Urshifu in Series 9. They also tried to skill swap Regigigas with Renulicus. Didn't work well for them thanks to Taunt Grimstart. Yeah, it's nice when you got the tools to kind of shut that stuff down. those teams get set up. It's just a nightmare to deal with. I think the Darmanitan, if it had attacked into Hydreigon there, I think even though we resist it, it probably would have been able to knock us out. Okay, well, this is alright, because DD can't get the follow me off now with our... And they probably take... Do they take a Life Orb Dark Pulse from us? They probably got... they could have... They could have that. I'm sure Lunala gets Dazzling Gleam. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, okay. Well, Serena coming in, that's fine. We knew the Darmanitan had the Scarf anyway. And Lunala just protecting. Alright, well... There's definitely a play here where we could... I do worry about Trick Room a little bit as well, you know, on the Lunala. We could just knock off the Lunala though and just protect Hydreigon this turn. And let's see what they go for. I'm good and eating at lunchtime and chilling watching VG battle. Nice. That sounds perfect, dude. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's still like... It's like melting heat in the UK at the minute. It's a bit cooler today, to be honest, but it's been so hot. So not as melting tonight, but yeah, trying to hang on. Right, we get the protect. Let's see. Moongeist Beam. We are Salt Vest, so unless they've like doubled into Rilla, which isn't ideal. Oh, but we outspeed, so that's fine. And now, okay, well, yeah, that just deals with that. Okay, well, I do like shiny Lunala as well. Talking about shinies. And there's a triple axle. Okay. And Rowan, your hair's different today. Sorry for making an observation that others probably already have. It looks good. Thanks. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. It's probably because it's just, I'm like, just fresh out of the shower. Like, literally, I finished work, went for a run, ate, and then I'm sitting down to do this. So, it might be why. Let's try and get this Serena. It's going to triple axle us, but I mean, we've got Zacian in the back. If they redirect with the DD now, they don't. They want to try and preserve it. So we know, well, the Serena's gone now because Boom outspeeds it. And the U-turn should get it. Even though it's an absolute tank on the special side, I don't think it'll be able to take this U-turn. Nope. And then Zacian can come in. So finally, we're going to be able to get our first W of the evening, which is good. It's taken a while to get there, but it's been worth the wait. And DJ Matt, I haven't played any Series 10 games until today for the most part. I jumped right into the tourney with 5 minutes notice. Lol. Needless to say, it's not going so well. Just keep at it, man. Just keep at it, you know? You just got, yeah. Fair play for just jumping in and playing. Honestly, I think like a lot of the time when you're going into a new format, the best thing is just to dive in and just start playing. As long as you got like some teams and it starts to help you like build up that knowledge base of the format, like what other players are using, what kind of common archetypes have been used, what speed stats, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it at the bottom line, at the baseline of it. And then we'll be doing another one next Friday. So if you have some time to play in between then, obviously then it'd be great to see you play next week and see if you can come back and crush it. But you might, things might turn around for you. Very good game to our opponent there. And straight into our next one. Are you going to do a Zamazenta team one of these days? I definitely will. I know in series, was it series 8 we had restricteds? Last time we had restricteds. We had a lot of people asking for Zamazenta. So I did do Zamazenta, and I think it ended up being like a week where we did maybe like at least 2 or 3 teams of Zamazenta that week, which was, I felt a bit overkill, but it was nice doing it. It was good. I do like Zamazenta as a Pokemon, so we will definitely feature it. Okay, we got another Shadow Rider Calyrex team. This time in DD support, we've got the Sylveon, Regieleki, Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's interesting because of the scrappy ability that allows you to fake out ghosts, which is nice for opposing Calyrex. Unless they got Mindshare next to them, which makes it a little bit more tricky because it outspeeds Kang. Okay, we'll go Hitmontop. Sylveon's a bit of an issue, definitely for... I mean, we could go top Zacian, Rilla. I think that's who we go with this time. And I think Volcarano maybe, you know. Yeah, I like Volk here. Do we go Volk? Because if we can get an opening where we can get a Quiver Dance off, then that's huge for us. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Will you be making a rental? Yes, I will, Samuel. Definitely, I said earlier on, I'll throw the rental up after I've finished playing tonight. So before the stream finishes, I'll throw a rental up for this team. So if anyone does want to try it out, then you got access to it and you can try it out from there. William, are you going to do, is that how yes, we are. And Nicola, how are you doing? Greetings from Italy. Yes. I wonder what's the weather like in Italy today? How hot is it in Italy? I would love to know. Right, what are we going to see here? Does the DD just go follow me? If it does, then we're in a little bit of trouble. Because we can just wide guard. We can just wide guard. I wonder if they've got Psy Shock though, which is the big problem. They may go Helping Hand. Is it better just to wide guard here? Do they know about wide guard? I mean, I think we just wide guard. And I think we sub. Let's see. Do we catch them? Do we catch them out with an Astral Barrage or Expanding Force? They go for Follow Me, so it's probably good that we didn't go for the Sucker Punch. Okay, that's good. We get the free sub now. This might lock them, you know. This might force them to switch out the Calyrex now. Okay, that's good. Do they have a single target attack? That's the big thing, you know. I think we just wide guard again. Behemoth Blade. Because if they don't, then they switch. But if they do, they go after the top now with something like Psy Shock. So there's a redirection. Disable. Oh dear. That's not ideal. That's a really nice option on Calyrex though, right? Just because of its speed, you know. Being able to just lock things out like that is huge. Right, well, we're gonna have to readjust a little bit, but it's kind of alright. So I think what we'll do is we will switch in Boom, get rid of this Psychic Terrain, and we'll just protect Zacian. Do we protect it? Yeah, we want to keep this sub if we can. We definitely do. And DK Trading, I'm liking the No G Max. I got to put a team together and play next week. Awesome. Yeah, I think I was never like against Dynamax. I actually enjoyed playing Dynamax while we had it, but I think going from a Dynamax format into like a non-Dynamax format has made me really realize how much I just prefer like normal Pokemon without Dynamax. So I hope we don't go back, but I've got a feeling we probably will before we got into like Diamond Pearl territory. And Nicola, it's not very hot in Italy if you walk around naked in the street with a bag full of ice on your head. You could probably do that in the UK. Well, you wouldn't know. I don't know if you'd get away with it, but yeah. Right, now we've got a good opportunity to get rid of this Calyrex because we can go for the Grassy Glide. We should take an Astral Barrage as well, and then we can just go for yeah, we have to, just in case the redirection, and then Behemoth Blade. Okay, this is alright. Zultaz, is that how we're pronouncing it? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I couldn't play this tournament this time around. I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully, thank you so much for hopping by the stream though. Hopefully you can come by next week. Like I say, we'll be doing these every week. We've got a bit more awareness about doing them now. So, yeah. And if there are different times, if later time would suit more people as well, I'm super happy to like move times around to kind of fit in with people, because we can obviously put this back an hour or an hour earlier, depending on, you know, allowing some people to kind of get in on the action. Oof, Boom can just take that. And Evan, on Showdown, I've seen some Calyrex Shadow both carry Astro Barrage and Shadow Ball just to deal with Wide Guard. Yeah, I kind of was tending to run Shadow Ball on mine. And it did come in handy quite a few times. Just in front of stuff that I think it's good to know. I think in this format with so much, if you're running like spread attackers, I think it's good just to have like a kind of mental note of like the Pokemon that can get Wide Guard. Like some of them you're not gonna really see. I don't know, what's the Mantine? I doubt we'll see much Mantine in this format. But again, it is a Pokemon that gets access to Wide Guard. So don't ask why I know this, but I could probably say like there's so many of them in the format like that I could name. And it just makes it easier approaching those games where you're like, you don't get caught out so much by them. Okay, so what we do now, it's perfect time to get Volcarano onto the field and take advantage of our terrain, and we'll just go for a protect. Because if Mr. Kangaskhan decides, oh, okay, so very good game to our opponent. I really wanted to see a little bit more of the Kangaskhan. Okay, we're tying up with 2-2 now. That's good. Then we're back on the road. So let's see if we can get another victory in our next one. That would be good to kind of push us a little bit further on. Yeah, I like the Psyshock though. I think the Psyshock's a really nice option. It gives you the a way to kind of hit on the defensive side of an opposing target's stats, rather than always being on the special defensive side. And it also gives you that that single target attack as well, especially if the psychic terrain's up, you know. It can be really, really valuable in those situations. Okay, we got Xerneas, Amoonguss, Reggie, Aleki, Incineroar, Volcarona, and Landorus Incarnate. Okay. Volcarona going to be super, super, super important for us in this one. Zacian is as well, of course. I only say Volcarona. Well, is Volcarona resist? We can Quiver Dance in front. What are we going to see? We're going to see Incineroar, Xerneas. I think we go Rilla. No. Let's go Zach. Let's go top, Volcarona, Zacian, and then go boom. Boom, boom. There we go. Bobby, prefer no G-Max too, but we'll miss some cool Pokemon in the new format. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of like the G-Max Pokemon that I do like, and like I had a lot of fun with them. Obviously, I'm playing in the Draft League, the X9 Draft League at the minute as well, which is like, it's really nice actually going back to like a Dynamax format, like once a week, where I'm just like, okay, this is fun. We can like totally have a good time playing this format. But yeah, it's like it's just not playing it constantly that I think is the nice thing, I guess. Right, well, Lando. I don't know if I want to keep Volcarona in here. It's just whether or not the Incineroar decides to go. I think we have to fake out the Landorus. It's just whether or not we switch into like Zacian here. I just worry a little bit about maybe the Incineroar going like parting shot into a Volcarona. But it's more likely that it goes fake out, just to kind of trade fake outs, I would think. I want Top Dog to be a thing. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know if it will be though. Like, I just like the idea of Hitmontop in this format because I think for a few reasons. Like, it's got Sucker Punch, which is really cool. Fake Out, Wide Guard. So it's got loads of nice options. It's got Feint and things like that. That's way better for us. Now, now we can Sucker Punch and just go... does the Landorus just... I mean, what we could do, because the Landorus could potentially protect here, right? The Landorus definitely could protect. We could just close combat into Incineroar. Because we're not intimidated, right? Are we? No, we are intimidated. That's not ideal. Yeah, my big fear is that the... Okay, I think what we'll do, what we will do is switch into Rilla, and then we just protect. We just protect. I just worry about the Landorus Incarnate protecting here, and then a parting shot with the Incineroar onto our Zacian. So at least by doing this, we can then either pressure the Landorus the next turn with a Grassy Glide, Behemoth Blade, or we can fake out Incineroar, Sacred Sword that slot, or just set a substitute up, which might be quite useful as well. Okay, just a straight switch into Amoonguss. If we see an Earth Power here, that's ideal. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because now we've got a pretty free fake out substitute play. And they have to switch Amoonguss out to Incineroar right now to get any use of Intimidate. If they leave the Amoonguss in and attack Rillaboom, they're not going to be able to intimidate us. So yeah, that works out pretty well. Mr. Mime gets Wide Guard and Quick Guard. Yeah, Mr. Mime does. Yeah, that's a good shout. Mr. Mime's an interesting Pokemon. It's got a good base speed as well. I'm pretty sure it's like base 100, right? Is it? I want to say 100. I don't know. And Salazi, do you think Saltfest Lucario would be fair against Spectria? I don't know. I feel like Lucario's a little bit too frail to even like get the Assault Vest. I mean, you could go something like... You're probably better off with something like Sash, I think, on Lucario. But again, it's like... It's doing those calcs and seeing what kind of stacks up there. Right. We have to be a little bit careful about the Sludge Bomb here, of course. Do we switch into Volcarano now? That's quite a sneaky play, I think. Yeah, and we just protect. I think get Volcarano in, and then we can protect. And then we can get rid of that Amoonguss pretty easily. I just hope we see an Earth Power here, because I think the Amoonguss Rage Powered us all day long. Like the other option, what we could have maybe done was gone Grassy Glide and protected Zacian. That was my initial thought, but I worry about the Landorus then going like Sludge Bomb. So there's a Rage Powder. If it was max special defense, maybe. Luigi, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're well. We are on YouTube today. We are rocking YouTube streams. Right, this is a little bit better. We still have to be careful around the Landorus because it can still really do a lot of damage. But do we take the opportunity to... Nah, I think we have to Heat Wave, and I think we have to go... It's just whether or not we see, like... I'll go after the Landorus. We could see the Landorus protect, and then the Amoonguss go Spore into Volcarano, which wouldn't be ideal. I mean, we will get a Heat Wave off into it. The other thing is, do they just switch into Incineroar now? And Little Mao, first time watching your stream, bro. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Right, okay, so... That's not ideal. They're going to Spore the Volcarano, I think. It's not a massive amount of damage. Okay, well they're trying... Did they just try and Spore Zacian? Pretty sure they did. Now we got a pretty free target into the Landorus. Yeah, okay, we'll be able to remove the Amoonguss, which is good. Get some Heat Wave damage onto the Landorus. Behemoth Blade. It probably will be enough to get the Amoonguss. The only drawback is now we lose our substitute potentially. I think we've missed an opportunity where we could have probably went. Juven6, thank you so much for the sub. I can't believe they went after the Volcarano though. Okay, that's crazy. We still got a sub and we get the burn. Okay, mad hacks, mad hacks. Yeah, I think they'd be better going for the Zacian here, in all honesty. Grassy terrain going away. Yeah, also like to see your draft league matches in the old format. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Draft league has been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun. Got to give a huge shout out to Joe and the rest of the team for setting that up and asking me to get involved. It's yeah, really enjoyed that. Okay, Incineroar coming in. I mean, the Landorus can protect here, but I think, again, this is a good opportunity for us to probably Quiver Dance and go for a Behemoth Blade, because we either get rid of the Landorus, they can fake out Volcarano, or they go for Flare Blitz into Zacian. They could protect Landorus here and then go for the Flare Blitz, but this is why I think we've got a good opportunity here to get a Quiver Dance off, which will just help us close the game out. But I think it's kind of important for my opponent to get rid of this substitute if they can. So this is where, like, we're drawing in a lot of attention from the Incineroar now, which makes Volcarano in a good place to get the Quiver Dance off. And if they go for the Flare Blitz into the Volcarano, then it's kind of alright, because Zacian still got its sub. And we got Boom to come in with Fake Out, so we can pressure the Xerneas that would be in the back. Okay, so they go after the Volcarano, which is fine. Again, like, we keep our sub. We love that. We want that to happen. Base 90 for Mr. Mime. Yeah, okay. So it's not super fast. I thought it was faster. I'm deceived. Right, Zern. Can't disrespect the Xerneas. We definitely can't. I've got to fake it out. I know for a fact it will protect. I know for a fact it'll protect, but we can't just allow it to potentially get a Geomancy off. So I'm going to have to fake it out just to cover bases and then get the Sacred Sword into the Incineroar. Yeah, like, we could be ballsy and just go, like, just fake out Incineroar, Sacred Sword while the Xerneas protects. But again, it's like, do we risk them getting the Geomancy off? And things could go, well, it just gets way more complicated, right? Yeah, protect. Okay, that's fine. Luigi, doing good, mate. I hope you are. Happy to see that view count. What is the view count? 108. Wow. Oh my god. There's a lot of you fine people here tonight, which I am so grateful for. Yeah, Luigi, it's insane. It's amazing. Very lucky to have a great community like we got here. And Fizzle, how have you liked Unite so far? Honestly, I've really enjoyed it. Like, I've never played a MOBA ever before. But I have really enjoyed Unite. So, I'm a complete noob at it. So, I've been asking... I haven't really bugged a lot of people yet, but I know I will be. But I've really enjoyed it. I think it's just that, like... I'm a little bit sad that I've not played a MOBA before now playing it. Especially, like, team games like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I haven't really... played, like, we had a few games the other night playing it like in just a random team that we put together with a few people that we know, but not like a serious team, although I'm nowhere near a level where I could probably go into a serious team yet. I still got a long way to go, but I really do enjoy it, and I've just not had as much time as I would have liked to kind of play it, but hopefully over the weekend get caught up and get like a little bit more practice in. How about you? You've been enjoying it? And good game to our last opponent. And we'll move on, and we've got Incineroar, Suicune, I never know how to say Mienshao. I'm pretty sure it's Mienshao. I'm pretty sure. But I always get it. It's wrong. So I do apologize. Regieleki, Rillaboom, and Calyrex. So. Tailwind, Suicune. We need Boom in this one. Okay, it's just what we lead. I think we'll go top. And do we go top? And I'm gonna lead top. Do we bring Hydreigon here? I think Hydreigon can be good, but it's better bringing it because it's good bait, almost, if that makes sense. We'll go Boom, and then we'll go Zacian, and then we'll lock in. Giancarlo, Unite is awesome. Zeraora is busted though. I played with Zeraora, like I was playing with Pika a lot, like Pikachu, and I really like Pikachu, and I went to Zeraora and I was like, okay, these Pokemon are completely different, and just could not get my head around Zeraora. But it's a very cool Pokemon. I'm pleased it's in Unite, you know. It's one of my favorite like legendaries, especially newish ones, you know, the mythical Pokemon. So it's cool to see it featured, and yeah, everyone seems to be saying it's like super busted. Can we find you at Unite? Yes. If you look down below, they're literally like my user on there and my code and my Switch ID. So if you'd like to add me, I'll go in after this and I'll make sure to add, and then we can definitely hook up and do some games. That'll be a lot of fun. Right, we've got Suicune, we got Incineroar. We can't fake out the Suicune, of course, because of that inner focus, but it's going to Tailwind. We definitely know that. We could double up into Incineroar here. It's likely it's going to go for a fake out though, I think, or a parting shot. We just fake it out, and then we can just drop an Earth Power onto it. I mean, we might be even worth going for something like a Draco into Suicune, because it's likely I'm going to switch Hydreigon out sooner anyway. So just getting that nice initial damage onto Suicune is going to be quite useful. See how much this does. I don't expect it to do a massive amount, but it should do a good amount. We are life orbed. Oh, that's a tasty amount. So another Draco from our Hydreigon will get it. We'll get it. Yeah, and there's a Tailwind. So I think it's time for Big Bad Boom to come onto the field. We'll bring Boom in. And I think we just protect Hydreigon here, because it feels like it's good. It's a good target for Incineroar to kind of go parting shot into, really just nullify it, the ability for it to do much damage. And then the next turn we can maybe switch top in for Hydreigon. And the Suicune may go like Ice Beam into that slot right now. Oh, Icy Wind. Okay, that's not so bad. Salazi, gotta go. Hope you all have a great day. Good luck, late. Thank you so much, and thanks for dropping by the stream. Have a great rest of your day, Salazi. Hope to catch you again soon. Parting shot, perfect into Hydreigon. That's amazing. Now Suicune's in a range to go down. I think we protect the Rillaboom a little bit further. We switch the Hitmontop in, and just that double Intimidate will make it a little bit easier to manage. I doubt Suicune's got Protect. And then we can reset the drops on Hydreigon as well, which is good. So we'll go the Grassy Glide route, or do we go like what? Do we go like U-turn, expecting them to switch something in, like their own Rillaboom? No, I think we try and get rid of the Suicune. I'm gonna commit to trying to get rid of the Suicune if we can, because I'd prefer to get rid of it. They're not switching out, so unless it's got Protect, we will be able to get it. Unless it's got a Rendo Berry, which it may do. So yeah, I mean, there, if we U-turn there, I super regret allowing this Suicune to stick around, because then it gets the opportunity to Tailwind again, and it's not ideal for us. And then the -2, yeah, we take that pretty well for a super effective attack. Unite is pretty easy to understand, so I like it. Oh yeah, I'm with you there. There is like, it's quite straightforward. I found some really cool guides on YouTube, just kind of giving you an overview of how like lanes, just like the kind of generic sort of terminology that you get in sort of games like that. So it makes a bit more sense to me. I think the thing that I've got to do is grind for items, because at the minute... Okay, can the top get the horse? We aren't intimidated, so we should get the horse. And I don't think this one's going to be a bulky horse. It protects. We've just revealed that we've got Sucker Punch. Oh dear. Parting shot. Don't be on the top. That's alright then. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Hydreigon, what a lad. Hydreigon, gotta bring it. I was testing it through the week and I was like, I really like that. So I was like, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it to Friday's tour. Because I think it's got a lot of potential. I do think there's a bit of a drawback with the team in general, where I do feel like it needs more speed control support. Like Regieleki, I think, would be an ideal Pokemon to kind of support it, in all honesty. Okay, well, they got the Incineroar on the back. Yes, so Hydreigon feels a better choice here, because I don't think they leave the Calyrex in now. Like, no way. And we can just wide guard here as well. You know, there is their option just to wide guard and just Earth Power, because I think they do. Yeah, I think they switch to Calyrex to Incineroar, and they go I think Electro Web makes sense from Regieleki here, so we can wide guard Earth Power and just get the Eleki, dodge the speed drop. Let's see, can we catch them with this? There we go. Boosh! Love to see it. And then we'll get the Earth Power, and that should do the... Cody Rogers, good luck, Lee. I joined the tour, but have no time to play, so just watching. I'm sorry to hear that, Cody, but thank you so much. Hopefully you can play it in one of the subsequent weeks. Like I said earlier in the stream, we'll be running these every Friday, so hopefully you get to play in one at some point. That'd be awesome. But really appreciate you dropping the message. Hope you enjoy the stream as well. Right, we've got the Calyrex to deal with. Got Fake Out. I mean, do we just... Wow, the Calyrex has got no way to deal with the Hydreigon, has it? I don't know if we need to... I think we just Sucker Punch Dark Pulse, to be honest. Or what we could potentially do is be a bit smarter about it and get rid of our Intimidate drop on Hitmontop. Because unintimidated, like, it just checks the Calyrex 100%. And this might be a bad play in respect to giving the Calyrex like that special attack boost with the Rillaboom coming in, but we get around their Fake Out this way, and I feel like getting top back onto the field without the Intimidate drop, just, yeah, it kind of locks the Calyrex for a few turns while the Incineroar tries to deal with the Hitmontop. And again, at the same time, we kind of get the Intimidate back onto the Incineroar, which helps out a bunch. Okay, so we could have got the Sucker Punch off. Ooh, nasty plot. Okay, that's not ideal. Didn't see that coming. Okay, right. Well. I mean, they have to protect the Calyrex here, right? Because we just Fake Out Incineroar. Oh, this isn't ideal at all. Because an Astral Barrage will still do a lot to Hydreigon. But is it going to knock us out? I don't think so. I think I'm over worrying here. Or am I? I don't know. If this knocks Hydreigon out. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't actually believe that. Nasty plot. It actually takes Hydreigon down. Like, Calyrex is just so broken. It's ridiculous. It's alright though. We got Hitmontop to come in. It's fine. We're alright. We can rely on top to close this matchup. We should have never give it the room to Nasty Plot. Oh my god. And it's just going to sit in Nasty Plot and Nasty Plot and Nasty Plot now, isn't it? Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Right. Fizzle, good luck in the tour and have a great night. Hope we can catch you again sometime. Thanks so much, Fizzle, for coming by the stream, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Right, how many sucker punches have we got? We got 4. We have to be very, very careful with these. We'll go for 1 now. We'll go for the Sacred Sword. Hopefully that's enough to get the Incineroar. We are +1, so that should be Calyrex protecting, yeah. But what we can do is use the... If we get rid of the Incineroar now, this is the big thing where we'll be able to use a Sucker Punch to kind of... Yeah, we'll be able to use a Sucker Punch to get a substitute up, and that will win us the game, whatever happens. So, it's good. Right. Sucker Punch again, just to check it. And we can sub. Alexander McIntyre, thank you so much for the sub, Alexander, and thanks if you are joining us tonight. You are joining us. Hope you enjoy the stream. And it looks like Hitmontop saves the day. There we go. Hitmontop. Yeah, Luigi. Yeah, the Sucker Behemoth would pin it, but I think the Sucker Punch, because they could Nasty Plot again, so I think Sucker, substitute, and then whatever happens, we're kind of good from that point. So what are we now? Are we 4-2? 4-2? No, yeah, 4-2, 4-2. So we're doing not too bad, not too bad, and there's still plenty of time left in the tournament. Josh, well, now they have to double protect or switch Calyrex out. Yeah, the Sucker Punch. The drawback with my Hitmontop is I ran out of PP ups. So I haven't got like max PP ups. So if we run into something like Eternatus with pressure, then we're in a bit of trouble. Okay, we got our first opposing Zacian team tonight. We got Zacian, Whimsicott, and the Galarian Zapdos, Torkoal, Krookodile, and Ditto. This looks a fun team. This looks a lot of fun. So you got Intimidate on the Krookodile. Ditto just being something that'll be like a cleanup crew Pokemon, comes in at the end, does all sorts of bad things. I think, okay, well, yeah, Zapdos causes us quite a few issues for sure, and we can't intimidate it, which makes it a little bit more tricky, but we can lead. Okay, I think we go Zacian, I think we go Volcarano, and then we go Boom. And then I think, well, we need Top just for that Intimidate support, really. And Top does pretty well against the majority of stuff. My opponent's team, like once Zapdos is gone, we've got a bit more freedom to kind of bring it in and out. But as long as it's sitting on the field, and if Zacian's out next to it, then it kind of pins us not able to kind of go for that Intimidate, which is, yeah. Will there be another tourney? So Omar, yeah, we do these every Friday. So there'll be another one of these next Friday, same time next Friday, unless we change it around to suit some people. But I'll post in plenty of time. Like Monday, I'll post the new code up, and we'll go from there. Okay, Zapdos and the Whimsicott. What's Zappy gonna do? Lower our defense potentially, but can it take a Behemoth Blade? I don't know if it will be able to. Unless we see like Charm. I don't really have the switches though, so it's like, do we lose Volcarano right now? No, I think I want to keep Volk. Volk's really important for us, so I'll switch in Rillaboom and hope that they're going like Brave Bird. I don't know if they're going to attack. I really don't. Not into that slot. But the residual damage that they take, like the recoil damage that they take from the Brave Bird, will be really useful. Because we'll probably see Tailwind, yeah, and then Brave Bird. This will knock out Rillaboom, but it's kind of alright. Because yeah, we'll be able to get the recall. That trade-off isn't too bad, because now we've got a bit more freedom with Hitmontop. And we can also get Volcarano onto the field. So the next turn, what we could potentially do, because you've got to think, probably Zacian comes in for my opponent here. We'll get Volcarano onto the field now. We'll get that Grassy Seed boost. And then we'll switch our Zacian for Hitmontop. And it just means that Zacian can be... We can keep Zacian for a little bit later on. Okay, that's not ideal. Torkoal coming in. Not ideal. Don't want to see that. I don't think a Sacred Sword gets it either. And that Grassy Seed is not helping us one little bit. I just ate my words. My opponent's just like, I ain't bringing Zacian onto the field now. You crazy? I think we got a taunt, and then I think... Oh, could we get away with an Equiver Dance here? Because if we could, I just don't know if we'll be able to take an Eruption in the sun. It's a pretty big ask. Or is it just better going for a Heat Wave? Just to get damage and reduce the Heat Wave output. And put that Whimsicott potentially down to its Sash. I think that's maybe... Yeah, okay, we're going to lose Volcarano, which isn't ideal. This is where Hitmontop would have been way better to bring in. So we had like Wide Guard. Okay, no Sash Wimmy, which is decent. Ditto and Series 10 would be super fun. Yeah, I think it's super viable, you know. I think it's really viable. It's Heat Wave. Okay, I mean that's better. Like, it's better than Eruption. And now Zacian is the last Pokemon. We've got a little... Well, still very difficult, right? Because the Torkoal makes things very tricky. Okay, so I think what we do is... It's a shame we haven't got, like... I mean, we can Rage Powder, but we are going to take a Heat Wave. And you definitely Behemoth Blade into a Zacian. Whereas I think a Sacred Sword and a Heat Wave would be enough to get the Torkoal. I don't know. Is it better just to go... Okay, I think what we're going to have to do is, I think, bring in Hitmontop now. And I think Heat Wave. And hope... Yeah, I think that's the play. Like, Zacian on my opponent's end might protect. Maybe. Zovali, thank you so much for the follow. I'm guessing the delay is intentional to help. I don't know if I've even got a delay on this stream. Honestly, I haven't actually set a delay up on the stream tonight. So if I do get sniped, it's my own fault. But I haven't intentionally set a delay up. Or there shouldn't be one, unless it's like an auto delay. It's weird, because I normally stream just using OBS, just regular OBS. But I've actually went over to Streamlabs, because it's easier at integrating onto YouTube than, well, at least I find it is, than just using my OBS that I use mainly for Twitch. That might sound really strange, but like, yeah, it just feels easier using this than the other side. So we can fake out Zacian now. We can go for that Heat Wave. We've got the Intimidate off into it. Torkoal going to be still a little bit of an issue, but I mean, the Sun has only got a few turns left. We've got Hitmontop that is going to be able to take another Heat Wave at least. The Zacian just protected the last turn. Volcarano was able to stick around. So this Heat Wave, I don't expect it to be able to pick up the knockout onto Zacian, but the fact is that we can get a Heat Wave off now is really, really valuable. Especially in the sun. Is it going to be enough? It is enough. Wow. Okay. That's a massive surprise to me. That really surprises me. I'm guessing there's a delay here, so I won't react to specific turns anymore. And the context, yeah, that would be kind of weird. I didn't even know there was a delay on the stream, so if it seems like there's a delay, I'll watch it back after I finish. But yeah, I didn't even realize there was a delay. I think, yeah, we just Heat Wave and Wide Guard, and that should lock it. Torkoal's a nice Pokemon though to play against Zacian in particular, because it's got such high defenses. Like if you can just protect it with like Intimidate support, then it can do so much work, you know. Ooh, and there's the yawns coming out. But Volcarano are going to take a nap, I think, now, because I think that's what they used last turn, right? Yeah. So we just switch into Zacian now and just go for a close combat, because if they protect, that's fine. Zacian will be able to clean up, and if not, then close combat will be able to take the Torkoal down. So that should be good. Alexander, how are you doing? Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream tonight. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. And Josh, yeah, most likely the case. Evan, it's just a few seconds. Okay, so that's probably just like normal, I think, like delay wise. And there we go, Torkoal down, and we do come out on top again. So Volcarano really handy for us there, and the bulky one paying off. I think being able to kind of deal with those opposing Torkoal attacks, like Eruption, really scared me there. I was definitely worried about that getting fired off. We'll continue on, see how high we can climb. I think I'll play for, well, I don't want to like, I'm taking myself out of the rankings. Obviously we've got the prize for tonight for the rankings, Shining Pearl, Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, or the other way around. But I will be taking myself out of the rankings. So if anyone's wondering what happens if you top it, I doubt I will. I would doubt I would get #1 anyway. But if there was some miracle happened, and it happened, I'll be coming out of the rankings. Okay, we've got our next opponent: Incineroar, Shadow Rider Calyrex, Regieleki, Mienshao, and the Galarian Weezing and Rillaboom. Pretty standard kind of Cali team, but the Galarian Weezing's really nice in there just to shut down abilities, especially like things like Zacian. It can be pretty annoying to deal with. Okay, let's go top. Hydriegon. Do we want the Boom? I think we do want Boom. Yeah, I think we want Boom here. And Zacian. Yeah, let's go with that. I kind of think my opponent will probably lead like Mienshao and Calyrex, but we will soon see. HD Hebe, hey, thank you so much. How are you doing? And I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming by the stream tonight. It's amazing to have everyone here watching, so I hope everyone is enjoying it. And yeah, it's been good so far. We got off to a really rocky start, but we're doing a little better now, and the team's kind of showing what it can do. I do feel like I'm really missing like some centric speed controller on this team. That's something I would like to probably adjust on the team somewhere. Maybe we could probably get rid of Tapu Fini, although I do feel like Fini kind of plays a role in some, you know, especially against Kyogre teams. It does so well against those teams. Right, this is ideal because now, because we kind of led with the Hydreigon, it kind of means that my opponent has to fake it out. Like, they don't worry about the fake out from the Hitmontop because we can't fake out Mienshao anyway. So this is why we kind of go with this lead, so we can go for that Sucker Punch. We're not intimidated. And we can just switch into, I mean, we could switch into Zacian, but in case we see a really fat horse like we saw earlier, I prefer to switch in Rillaboom that can take the attack a little bit better. And then if it does hang on, we're not in the same situation as we faced earlier, and we got the Grassy Glide where we can just pick up the Calyrex if we need to, if that makes sense. Nick, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. I hope you're doing great and having a great day. And hopefully we can get the horse, because this is the big thing. We really want to get the horse here with top. This is pretty much the reason why the only reason I'm running Hitmontop. It's not really, but it's one of the main reasons. I love Hitmontop though. One of my favorite all-time favorites. Come on, let's get this. Don't fake us out. Yeah, you have to do that. Come on. Yeah, there we go. The horse killer is alive. We've done it, chat. Brilliant. Okay, that's great. And now no Calyrex to deal with. Things get so much easier. This is just, yeah. Ah, Hitmontop. You are the boy. You're the boy. Love to see it. Right. I think you need the expert belt though on top to be able to get Calyrex like 100% of the time. And then with that, it does allow you a little bit of room to kind of bulk it out elsewhere. Okay. Alright, Mienshao. It's definitely the next thing we want to try and get rid of. Let's just go close combat and go for a... I mean, you probably fake out Rillaboom, right? She's not really got a great switch in for anything into a close combat, so that's why I'd probably prefer to just U-turn, I think, and allow Rilla to take the close combat. Okay, gone after the top. That's fine. Looks like the Incineroar's gone for a parting shot or a Flare Blitz. Hitmontop might be slower than Incineroar. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we have to bring in Hydreigon here because we can't really bring in Zacian, because it makes sense for my opponent to go for something like Flare Blitz into the Rillaboom slot, and we can't really do that. But we are able to get the Mienshao, and that's nice. Josh, it's nice finding VGC content like this, as it really helps in understanding things. Trying to switch over from Showdown OU singles, play so differently, it's kind of mad how different it is. Yeah, Josh, and you know what, I want to just instill some confidence in you making that switch over, because I originally started on I started playing singles. That was how I kind of got into Pokemon, played singles for a long time, and was all about singles. And then I remember first hearing about doubles, and I was like, what's doubles? No, that's not real Pokemon. But then I got into it, and yeah, it's so much more complex. And I think you've got like such a good basis from what you learn as a singles player, and then transitioning into the VG, you'll be in really good standing. It's just getting your head around everything. But hopefully the content does help, and I'll be putting a lot more out for Series 10. So if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, and that goes for everyone, like if there's content that you would find useful, just let me know, because I'm super happy to put content out to be as helpful as possible. Let's go Wide Guard, because they could go for a cheeky old Electro Web, and I guess we'll just Earth Power the Regieleki. This top, if we catch the Electro Web, it's just tormenting. No, they're not falling for it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's a critical hit. I was like, how was that killed? Our Hydreigon's just like fodder tonight. Okay, well, Flare Blitz coming out. Not ideal, but... Is the grassy terrain ending now? If it's not, this is really bad timing. That crit's not ideal, but it happens, it happens. We know we can get rid of the Incineroar the next turn. And Rillaboom, even without the terrain, will be able to deal with the Lecky. But I'm pretty sure the terrain ends... Oh no, we got 2 turns, so that's alright. That gives us the room we need. So, we should be able to pick up the knockout on Incineroar here. It's taking a little bit of chip, so that might be just enough to like put it over the edge. Depends how it's trained though. Yeah, not a massive defensively bulky one. And Bobby, that is amazing to hear. I'm really happy that the content does help out. It really does. It makes doing all the content worthwhile, so thank you so much, really appreciate that. I'm Samuel, it's overwhelming trying to learn moves, stats, predictions, and making a usable team. So much to learn in such a little time. Yeah, that's the big thing. I think like the information that makes it really difficult to like just jump into VG. One that's like such a barrier, you know, and it makes it, I think, easier for older players to kind of play new series or new formats, like with new games, because they got all that knowledge from the past generations that they played, and then they're just translating and picking up tiny bits of information. Whereas if you come in, you're learning like everything that you need to do, and it's, yeah, it can be a little overwhelming, but just take your time. It will come with time and practice. Like I always say, like practice as much as you can. It just gets you so much more familiar with things that you're going to see on a frequent basis, and teams and how opponents play and things like that. So that's the best way to do it. And like, get involved with different groups as well, speak to other players, and join like little communities and things, because everyone's really up for normally helping other players out whenever they can, you know, with team build and practice and things like that. We've got a great group over on our Discord, so that is definitely there. Not like a shameless plug or anything. It is just generally we've got a really nice community, so there, you know, there's always people around that would help, and I'll definitely, if I'm around, if you need questions answered and I can answer them, then I'm super happy to help. So yeah, but yeah, it is really difficult, like on that level of knowledge base. I always remember talking to Rossi's TCG player, this is a while ago, and he was talking about like it's so much easier getting into TCG from like his perspective, playing it for so many years, than it is for him to, like, if it was on the other way around, and him to start playing VG, because of the just amount of knowledge that you need compared to TCG, which I always presumed was like the opposite. I thought going into TCG would be like, that's too much information, but it's definitely the opposite. Right, we got our next opponent, going up another Kyogre team, and it looks pretty similar to the one we played earlier and didn't have much success against. But this time we got a Nidoking in there, which is pretty cool, because Nidoking's just one of the best Pokemon ever. But we got Kyogre, Tornadus, Serena, Nidoking, Ditto, and Shedinja. Lots of shenanigans going on here. Right, what are we going to do against this team? I think we'll bring Zacian up top this time round. We want Rilla, but I think probably Rilla's better in the back, potentially. Although Rillaboom has such a hard job against... Do we need Intimidate? Intimidate definitely helps against Serena, for sure. Because I could potentially leave Rillaboom, Tapu Fini, and I definitely want Hydreigon, because we're going to need it for that Shedinja if it does decide to come. And I think Hydreigon's quite good in general here. So yeah, and little Mo, the content is great, man. I started to play Pokemon because of your content. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's really appreciated. Kenny, if I ever won this tournament, how can I claim my prize if I live in the Philippines? Just if you filled in the form, that's the big thing. So filled in the form, that's kind of one of the main reasons why we put the form there. So we've got a way to kind of verify who won. And obviously there is an email there or Twitter handles. So either reach out to me. Well, if you win and we've got the team and the information, we'll reach out to you. And that is super fine. And it's not tied to anywhere in the world where we'll send this. So it will be, obviously we'll need to make sure that we get one. Are they even region locked anymore, the games? I don't even think they are. So yeah, we'll work it out though. So that was the kind of way that we'll be doing it. Right, we got Serena and... What was the other Pokemon I need to see? Serena and Tornadus. I think the big thing for us is to get rid of the Tornadus, like, straight away if we can. Like, Knockoff and Behemoth Blade feel like the best things. Because we're going to take a U-turn from the Serena, I would imagine. Yeah, let's just knock it off. Let's go for the knockoff into the Tornadus. Yeah, because they're going to Tailwind. They either go Triple Axle into Rillaboom or U-turn. Okay. We should take this. Yeah, we'll take this. This is better than a U-turn, and it only hits twice, which is amazing. So Behemoth Blade coming out. We want to just really get rid, like, this is the thing that we said in the earlier game, and we weren't able to do, was get rid of the Tornadus early game, because then, you know, we can't deny its Tailwind when it's got the Serena next to it. So we have to now stall out the Tailwind. which is fine. We can totally do that. But the thing is, we don't want to allow Tornadus to stick around and get that second Tailwind off, because that's what kind of kills us, really, you know. And Kenny, Steven, do you have any suggestions when it comes to good or proper team building? Steven, that is probably the hardest question in all VGC, in my opinion. I think team building is, yeah, it's. I feel like I'm copping out saying this, but it's probably the hardest process in VG or Pokemon in general. I think, like, team building. Tips, I think. Speed is like probably one of the most like fundamental things to look at, I think, when you're building a team. This is why you see things like Calyrex, Regieleki being used quite a lot, because they just naturally outspeed everything. Speed control's like a big thing, and like then implementing that in with Pokemon that can utilize that speed control well, like the Kyogre here with the Tornadus works really well, and you got that synergy with the Serena as well, which makes sense. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should probably do a video series on team building. It's something I haven't touched, because it's something I'm a little bit like hesitant to like dive in with, because I know how like complex it is, and it can be so varied. Sorry to cop out on an answer. I don't mean to. It's just I don't want to start getting into half answers here and then give you wrong information. But if it would be useful content, it would be something that I'd definitely look at doing. Bebum, my friend, how you doing, mate? Finally caught the stream. You're here, my friend. I hope you're enjoying your holiday, dude, and great to have you here tonight, mate. Right, okay, it's Ditto coming in. Not ideal for us right now. I think we gotta stall out this Tailwind. And how many turns have we got left to do? 2. Not ideal. Okay, let's get the Boom in. Let's go for the Protect. The problem is I don't know if Boom will be able to take a Behemoth Blade, but then is the Tapu Fini a big draw for my opponent right now, and say, well, let's Water Spout. That probably gets rid of the Zacian. And then do we go for Water Spout, Behemoth Blade into the Fini? That would be ideal. Because I think by getting Boom onto the field here for free, it kind of gives us... Well, it makes my opponent have to switch into the Serena the next turn. Don't know if we take this. Nah, no way. That is a shame. And that's probably Scarfed. Zacian. Yeah, I'd imagine it is Scarfed. Okay, well... Let's get our Zacian back out onto the field, because we can protect, and then at least we know the Tailwind has ended after that. I mean, we could take the opportunity here to try and attack the opposing Zacian if they're going after ours, you know. But we have just protected, which is the big problem for us, where they probably go for the Behemoth Blade into Fini. Yeah, I think we have to protect. We have to protect. Let's just go for Muddy Water. Let's just try and get it off. See if we can. TCG is way more easier than VGC, Samuel. Yeah, I got into VGC pretty heavily in the summer when Series 9 was kind of going on. I was like, I'm not like feeling Series 9 as much as I have done previous series. And I played a lot of TCG, Pokemon Online, and was playing Water Urshifu, Rapid Strike Urshifu deck, and it was so much fun with like Dragapult. VMAX. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's I think like it's just getting the cards. It's really hard online that I found really difficult, because it's just like I just don't have the cards to trade for the Calyrex deck. And like I think Calyrex was like, last time I looked, it was like something like 38 packs of Chilling Rain, which was just nuts. It was like that's like more than a booster box worth of cards. It was just, yeah, ridiculous. Right, this is a bit tricky for us for sure, because a Water Spout is going to sting, and it all comes down to who's faster, which Zacian's faster, and do they substitute as well? That's a big question, you know. because we could Sacred Sword the Kyogre, but I don't think we can kind of afford to do that. Whereas like we probably need to Moonblast it. Let's see. If they sub here, we're done. Have we won the speed tie there? Have we? Oh, we have. Okay, that is huge for us. I don't think we outspeed the Kyogre, so we will take a Water Spout. But that's totally fine, because Zacian will be able to take the Spout. Yep, and Tapu Fini just about as well. And Kenny just here, which is I hope you enjoy, Kenny. Thank you so much. We do get the special attack drop. That's massive for us, honestly. And having Hydreigon in the back, we can now, well, we can play it really safe if we want, where we can just protect Zacian and allow Fini to go down. And then Hydreigon can come in and help with that, with the Serena. Team Demise Brady. Team building is so rough. I've only been in VGC for a few months and it's been the most difficult part of the game. I've been sticking to rentals, to be honest. Feels lazy, but seems to be a good way to learn. Nah, I think you're approaching it in the best way possible. And like team building will come for sure. But like I think honestly, like if you're doing that, that's like, it sounds a bit like a cop-out, but it's totally not. Like people put rental teams up because they generally work and they've been successful with them, so it's good to like learn how these teams do work, you know, and it gives you a way to jump on with a competitive team and play in the format and learn the format. It's a really good way of doing it. I think that's like, if no one should like say anything about anyone new coming in and picking up rental teams or teams that friends have given to use, you know, I think it's a really good resource. Helps new players coming in for sure. I really like it. But yeah, I think you're going about the right way. But team building is rough. I still find team building hard, and I've been doing it for like, and I'm not saying I'm an amazing team builder at all, but like I've been doing it since like 2010, like in VG, which is a long time, you know, and I still find it really difficult at times, you know. And I don't know. I don't know if like anyone would like really turn around, especially when you're going into like tournament season. I don't know if any one player, doesn't matter how good they are, would be able to turn around and say, you know, at the end of this, whatever point of the season, when they're team building, that team building is an easy process. I don't think anyone, like however good they are, would be able to turn around and say that, because I think it's always a challenge, you know, and probably one of the most challenging things, at least, yeah. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Zach, how do we join your Discord? Zach, it should be, well, let's see. There might be a link down in the description of this video, actually. There should be actually. If there's not, Zach, let me know and I'll find a link and post it over to you. Evan, well, Ditto hasn't scoffed. Yeah, that kind of worked out pretty well for us. It would have been a slightly different if it had been. Is there a rental code of this team at the end of yeah, I'm gonna throw up the rental team. So as soon as I finish playing and Kenny, then I'm gonna throw up the rental before I finish up tonight. So anyone that wants to try it out can try it out. I'll probably do, because see this will be up on the channel, but I'll probably do an updated version of this team, because I do feel like we need some sort of speed control in here, whether it be something like Icy Wind on Fini or not, which it could be useful. And you could go with like maybe not the Calm Mind variant, maybe Haze, Screens. There's lots of options that we could go there. Even Heal Pulse, which can help out with stuff like Zacian and Volcarano, especially if it's set up. So there's a few options there, and then the Icy Wind could help. But again, it might not be the best Pokemon to use speed control for. Here we go. We got our next opponent playing an Yveltal team. This looks spicy. This is Yveltal, Tyranitar, Hitmontop, Excadrill, Zapdos, and Tapu Lele. Okay, all the style points go to this trainer. This is going to be interesting, because the Excadrill T-Tail makes it very difficult to kind of get Zacian going. And I feel like we're quite weak to flying type attacks as well. This is why, another reason why maybe Aleki would be better over the Tapu Fini in this team. But it's not the case today. We've got to deal with what we've got. Could we go for top Volcarano? I don't know if we can get away with it though. I don't know if we can get away. Well, we might be able to. We may be able to. We could. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to go for top Volcarano. I think we need Tapu Fini here for 100% sure. And then Zacian. Okay, let's do this. Let's see. And Josh, not long ago I was reading about TCG decks and there was one thing that really caught my attention, Durant Mill. I think I'm a bad person for wanting to make a mill deck. Now that's it. Yeah, I love those mill decks because they like literally, don't they just rinse the cards so you can't draw anymore? And that's like a rule. If you can't draw anymore, you just lose. It's a crazy rule, but I do love it. Yeah, mill decks are fun for sure. Julian, team building the hardest and the funniest part of competitive for sure. The link is in the description. Samuel, awesome. Great to hear. Bebum Lee, what happens if you win the tournament? Would that mean you gift yourself? Yeah, of course, dude. That's why I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, it's a gift to me from me. I don't think I'll win tonight, dude. But if I did, by any miracle, I would just take myself out of the rankings. Of course. Let's try and get a quiver dance up. I don't suppose we're going to be able to. But, oh no, this could be bad. This could be bad because they could Oblivion Wing a Volcarano. Oh no, they Tailwind. Okay, that's fine. That's way better. The Tailwind, not great, of course. But we've got like 2 flying weak Pokemon right on the field right now, and it's not ideal for us. I think it's time to switch the top out for Zacian. I feel like that's a good switch, and then we can go. We could go Quiver Dance again, because Oblivion Wing's special, right? Yeah, let's do that. And their top's going to switch out. At least we know their top's faster for later on in this game. Zappy coming in. I imagine Yveltal is maybe... it's not Assault Vest. Maybe Black Glasses. And it's got Snarl. Okay. Okay, well the Zapdos has to rely on Hurricane, right? Do you think Fake Out, Wide Guard and Taunt are absolutely necessary in Series 10? I'd say they're pretty necessary. I don't think Wide Guard's necessary. I think Fake Out and Taunt are probably quite necessary. You could probably get away without Taunt, to be honest. Out of the 3, I'd say Fake Out's probably the most necessary. It's so relevant, but again, it's not something that you definitely need. Like, I've seen plenty of teams in previous formats, like not in Sword and Shield, but like years past, where it feels like Fake Out's really relevant. And there's been plenty of teams that have won big tournaments without Fake Out at all, so you don't feel like you're tied to it. As long as your team can function, you can play around those opposing techs that people kind of rely on, then go for it. Honestly, yeah, just do that. Okay, we're going to go for Heat Wave. We need to start getting some damage out in the field. We can't stall this Tailwind out without doing that. We'll just protect Zacian this turn, because Heat Wave, potentially Oblivion Wing, yeah. But we are +2. We should be able to take this a little better than usual. It's just whether or not a Hurricane comes out. Oh, they're going to... Okay, well, we outspeed the Zapdos, which is nice. Do some pretty significant damage, actually, to Zapdos as well. Rocking a Citrus Berry. Team building is very hard since having a disability, but know how hard it is on anyone. It's the maths at the end of the day. I've been into VGC since 2012. Yeah, the maths weekday game is official. Yeah, definitely helps out a bunch, you know. I think do we risk? But stuff like damage calculators, you know, definitely make things like that a little bit easier. I think they can like definitely lighten the load with team building, you know, but it's just finding that balance. I think it's always finding that benchmark, you know. I tend to always start with like a speed benchmark. What I want my Pokemon to be like speed wise, or what I want them to knock out. And once I've hit those benchmarks, then I look at other like ways to potentially, can I get a little bit more No, we can't take that. That's a bit of a shame. Can I get a little bit more in defense? Can I take an opposing attack or things like that, and just play around with the damage calculator? Yeah, I spend a lot of time in the damage calculator doing stuff like that. But yeah, it is tough. It is tough for sure. I don't know how much that heat wave will do, but the tailwind pit us out. Okay, we'll bring Zacian in. Because I think now my opponent's a bit tied to go. It's just whether or not we can get the Zacian here, the Veltal here, because we need to stop that tailwind. I don't know if a Behemoth Blade will be enough, because we could potentially just Calm Mind and go Behemoth Blade and hope that it is enough. I think like if you're a bit unsure, your opponent, I think they switch in the Hitmontop for Zapdos now. Get the Intimidate onto Zacian and get the Tailwind up. So that does give us a little bit of room potentially to get the Calm Mind here. Okay, it's Hitmontop, it's the other way around. Okay. I'd imagine we might see Thunderbolt. Oh, here, not a Heat Wave. Thomas the Tans, how are you doing? Thanks for hopping in, joining us tonight. Julian, would you be interested in a Peculiar Shadow Rider team to try? It has no Hollow Trinity, and Calyrex is the only one with the Protect, no restriction, and weirdly enough it works. I'd love to try it out. Thank you so much for offering, William. A weakness policy Veltal team. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fat damage. That's so fat. We get the Calm Mind, which is not ideal. The eject button there is, I'm assuming that's what it was. I'm too busy reading the chat, but I'm assuming that was eject button. And Steven, I hope Series 11 will be non-Dynamax without restricted Pokemon. Now that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Let's Protect. I think we Protect Fini, go for a substitute here. Yeah, because they're going to switch in Hitmontop again, and I think they Tailwind here. This is why I'm going for this play. Because then they're either forced to Snarl the next turn, or go down to a combination of... Well, no, they have to fake out the Fini, I think. The only problem is like Zacian's on -2 now. No, -1, which isn't ideal. Well, we'll click the Moonblast button and we'll go for a Behemoth Blade, I guess. Be interesting to see where... Okay, so no fake out. Going for that Snarl, and they're going to get rid of our sub on our Zacian. But we should be able to get rid of the Veltal now. Which just means then we just need to stall out these these last Tailwind turns, and then Zacian's a little bit freer to kind of do some work. Wow, this is such a fatty Veltal. It is enough. Phew, 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 phew. Is God of War good support or not? Bad damager. God of War is decent damager, and it's decent support. I guess it depends what role you want to kind of play it. In this format, you know, I like God of War as a Pokemon. It's got huge special defense. Belwo, thank you so much for becoming a member, my friend. That's so kind of you, dude. Really appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, but God of War's good. I wouldn't say it's like top tier. It's definitely been something I've used in the past, and I've always felt a little bit at a disadvantage, shall I say. There we go. Bebum covers. Thank you so much, Bebum. Really appreciate that once again, mate. Right, Let's try and see if we can get somewhere with this Tapu Fini. No, faint. Okay, the wrong target, which is good. Okay, that's fine. That's what we like to see. I'm like, oh, they're gonna T-ball us. That's the worst. That's the worst. Now, have they got fake out, close combat, feint, and wide guard, I would imagine. So we can. Do we muddy water here? Because it's risky muddy water. Going for muddy water for sure. We could just fake out the Zapdos and Moonblast. It's way safer just going after the Hitmontop. Okay, what switches in? Tapu Lele. That's alright though. We'll still get a fake out off. And if we can get a special attack drop on this Tapu Lele, then that makes things a bit easier for us for sure. Right, detect. Just... ah, no way. Don't let that be us. Don't let that be us. Let's see. Well, one of us has dropped off connection-wise, so it doesn't look good. Is it us or is it them? Looks like it could be... no, it wasn't us. That's really unfortunate for my opponent, because it wasn't like either of us were in a position where we couldn't win the game from that point if we played it right. So I don't think it's like intentional at all. Really unfortunate, but good game up to that point for my opponent. Wilda, thank you so much for the follow and for hopping in and joining us tonight. Useful resource for VGC is Picalytics. Picalytics is one of the best resources for sure. It's amazing, yeah. All the resources they got on there, so it's a really good shout, Evan. Right, we got Jack up next playing Incineroar, Milotic, Grimmsnarl, Amoonguss, Porygon 2, and Calyrex Ice Rider. Awesome looking team, lots to think about here. Obviously Trick Room heavy team, because if you get that Calyrex in the Trick Room, it's going to be difficult to kind of stop. The Milotic makes it difficult for us to bring Hitmontop, which we want against the Calyrex for sure, and the P2 and the Incineroar and all that, but we can't bring it unfortunately. So we will bring Boom up top. At least that gives us a way to deal with Milotic a little easier. I don't know if I want to lead Zacian though. I wonder if it's better bringing like something like, I think, no, we'll go Zacian. I think we'll go Tapu Fini. We'll need that, I think, and then Hitmontop. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, let's do that. Andrew, I like turtles. I like turtles too. The ninja kind, the ninja turtles. Just any turtles, cool. Torkoal is very cool. And Zach, what are your thoughts of Utility Umbrella Volcarano on my Dialga Rain team? So I'm not really too familiar with like Utility Umbrella. Does it just ignore the effects of weather? Like does, so if you get hit with, let's just say hypothetically, you get hit with a muddy water from an opposing Fini and the rain's up, would it ignore the effects of rain then? You would just get hit with that regular muddy water? I really don't, I'm not really too up on Utility Umbrella. I think I like the idea of it, but I just need to learn a little bit more about it, I think. Okay, Incineroar and P2 coming out. Like the big thing for us here is to stop the Trick Room going up, really. So we can fake out. The problem is like we take a bunch of damage from that Incineroar if it just decides to Flare Blitz, right? We could substitute as well at the same time. Or we could just switch Zacian out into something like Hitmontop. And then we're in a good position to go for like close combat, Grassy Glide, or knock off close combat the next turn because Rilla will outspeed their top. So we'll have that option to do that. Might be a better idea. Because I think without the Eviolite, the P2 will go down to close combat if we can do enough damage. Okay. It switches out. It doesn't even matter. We're going to see a parting shot, I would imagine, from the Incineroar. The Mungus coming in. Is it Rocky Helmet? Oh, it's not. It's not. Okay. Well, that's... yeah. So I think what we'll do is go for a U-turn into Incineroar and we'll fake out Among Us. And Josh, a big problem I have when it comes to team building is I end up fixating on weird ideas that don't end up working because there's always some big flaw I miss. Dude, I can totally relate to that. I get fixated on some Pokemon. I mean, we streamed last week's tour and I was playing Scolipede. So that says a lot about how I get fixated on some ideas and just want to run with them. It's hard to kind of stop doing that. But yeah, sometimes it's good to kind of just take a step back. I mean, really, the best way to test an idea, if it's good or not, jump on the ladder, just have a few games with it. If it's working, then I guess the idea is worth pursuing. If it doesn't work, then I guess put it away. I've definitely put Scolipede in a box, and I'm probably not going to get it out for the rest of Series 10, to say the least. It's yeah. Right, Among Us, Porygon 2. I mean, we have to set our substitute up now. I think we probably see like at least a Rage Powder, or we'll get Top off the field as well. We'll get that active fake out for the next turn, and then it keeps Top in the back, so we've got that Intimidate for when Calyrex comes back out onto the field. Yeah, but Josh, I can totally relate to that. DK Trading, do you think self-proc weakness policy mons like Gym Ultras are viable in Series 10? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think if you got something like Grimmsnarl, then like why not? Like, because if you got screen support, then that's something that you can totally take advantage of. I think we're just not tending to see a lot of Grimmsnarl at the minute. It is slowly picking up in usage, but it's not as prominent as it was in like Series 8 or anything like that. Okay, we Behemoth Blade and we fake out the P2. Do we? Yeah, we do. Yeah. We might see Calyrex come in here and Rage Powder. Is the Incineroar. Okay, just playing it a bit safer. This is alright though. We're just stalling out these Trick Room turns at the baseline of everything, you know. Okay. Well, that works out perfectly. Because the longer this goes on and they've not got the Calyrex on the field, and you know, their Trick Room turns are ticking away, and any damage that we're doing here is like pretty useful. This will be decent damage. We're +1. Yeah. And then I guess the next turn we just switch to Hitmontop and protect Zacian. And then we got that active fake out again. Because the problem is with Among Us, like I do like Among Us in this format, but if you're playing like Zacian, once it gets a sub up, if you can't get rid of the sub, like Among Us is just completely walled against it. It cannot do anything. It can't get rid of the sub. It can't do anything, which makes it super difficult if you're an opponent kind of playing against it. And Zach, Umbrella ignores rain and sun, I believe. Yeah. It'd be interesting to know if it like ignores the effects as well. And Lewis Brito, welcome hi from Dominican Republic. How you doing? And thank you for hopping in, joining the stream tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Dominican Republic, always somewhere I've wanted to go. Always looks like an amazing place. Right, Incy going out. What are we going to see come in? The P2 or the Calyrex? Is it time? Since we've got our Intimidate out on the field. Is it time? Scott, how you doing? S9 Vibe, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you've had a good day, and hope you're not melting too much as well, man. I am melting right now. My little fan that I've got has just run out of battery. Like, I've got to plug it in, but I got one spare USB cable. And I need it to have everything else that we've got going on working for the stream tonight plugged in. So I can't, yeah, it's a bit awkward. Right, well, we've got the active fake out now. Is the Trick Room still up? Yeah, 2 more turns. I mean, they can put Hitmontop to sleep. They can, for sure. But I think we fake out Calyrex and we just get the Behemoth Blade off. If we can get this off, then that's huge. But yeah, just protects. They're just going to spore. They're just going to spore top. Not ideal, but not terrible. Because I think now what we'll do is the last turn of Trick Room. Let's just protect. Let's just play it out. And let's get Tapu Fini out onto the field. I don't need the Rillaboom coming in on Glacial Lance, for sure. Thomas, I took off after Season 8 and getting rolled on Victory Road Circuit. Feel refreshed here right now. Yeah, it's nice to kind of come back. Like, having Series 9 off was probably the best idea, I think. It was a rough series to kind of, like, go through. Because it was just a repeat of, like, Series 7. There was just no need for it. Like, if we had this for Series... Like, it would have been so good if this was Series 9. And then, obviously, Series 10 could have been whatever, you know. But never mind. What's happened's happened. We can't go back. The problem is for my... it's not so much of a problem, actually, because the Muddy Water I don't think is going to be able to get the Incineroar this next turn. Okay, Pollen Puff. Yeah, Thomas, I got tired in 7, yeah. Yeah, towards the end of it, it was pretty rough. Do we Sacred Sword? The problem is going Sacred Sword, if they Rage Powder, then we kind of just waste it. Whereas if we go Behemoth Blade, like, I want to get rid of the Amoonguss more than anything. And I think we just Muddy Water. Yeah. Like a Behemoth Blade. Okay. P2 coming in, I think. Just means we get to keep this sub up, though. Oh, it's like a revolving door of Pokemon. Betty, how are you doing? Thanks for hopping in, joining the stream. Tyler, how are you? Hope you're well, my friend. And Ricky, I just got kicked Fevzy's butt with my Orbeetle. Fevzy, I got something planned with Fevzy as well. So you beat Fevzy with Orbeetle, Ricky, is that what you're saying? I don't really get. And Betty, I love Pokemon. Awesome to hear. I love Pokemon too. If you couldn't tell. But yeah. We are running low on Behemoth Blades. We are running so low. We're going to have to Sacred Sword. And I don't think there's much we can do to stop the Trick Room again. But we can just Muddy Water. Let's see. Yeah. Because we don't want to run out of Behemoth Blades. That's the big problem. Like, if the Trick Room goes up again and... Well, we need it for Calyrex. I mean, we can kind of rely on Sacred Sword, but it's not ideal. Accuracy drops will be super, super useful here. Unless the Amoonguss is gone, which is nice. And then we've got this long job of stalling out these Trick Room turns again, which is not fun. But I'd imagine the Calyrex to come in now, I think. But I think what my opponent did earlier by sporing the top was smart, because it means that we don't have Fake Out when we bring it onto the field. But But at the same time, I think like one Behemoth Blade is going to take the Calyrex down. I've only got 2. So this is where it's risky, you see. Like we bring in Top. And then they're going to go, I think they go, do they go Glacial Lance or do they go High Horsepower? Let's see. Yeah, that's the bad thing here. And they're going to try. Okay, I don't know if this gets the sub. I don't think it will. No, okay. Yeah, this is why I don't really want to go for... Yeah, I'm just going to protect because we need to stall these turns out. I think the Incineroar comes in now. This is the thing. Like, we'll just try and close combat the P2. I think the Calyrex switches out. Yeah, the Incineroar are going to come back in. Yeah, just to waste these Behemoth Blades. We've got 1 left. I bet you I have Pokemon Shield. Nice choice. Nice choice. You need to get Pokemon Sword. I think it's like there's I've seen loads of offers. I don't know whereabouts you live, but I've seen loads of offers in the UK for Pokemon Sword recently. I've seen it as low as like £35, which is like crazy compared to like when I think back now to what I originally paid for it. It's pretty nuts. I think we have to go for the Sacred Sword. Do we go for it into the P2 though? Like let's just think about this, because how many turns of Trick Room have we got left? 2 turns of Trick Room, so we can protect on the next turn. They go Flare Blitz. Yeah, we go after the P2. We get rid of that Trick Room option, and then we go for Close Combat into the Incineroar. Because the Sacred Sword should get the P2. I don't think this breaks us up either. If it does, then we're in a bit of trouble, because then... Yeah, Flare Blitz can, but we should take the Flare Blitz. We should take it, depending on how this Incineroar's... Yeah, okay. And no burn. That's good. That's good. Right. Oh my god, we don't even take down the P2. It's just going to recover. It's just going to recover. That is brutal. Brutal. Right. Okay, we need to just... Well, Top should wake up now. Top should wake up. Gratti and Leicester, are you battling an NPC or an actual person? This is an actual tournament tonight, so it's like a weekly tournament that we run from... Basically, it started in our Discord server, and we run it, and it's just kind of... We had some really good awareness kind of from a lot of people in the community recently. Hitmontop, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. I think the P2 made a mistake not going for recover there, because now we just Sacred Sword the Incineroar. And Top is guaranteed to wake up now, so we just clear the field, and then the Calyrex is the only thing left, and with 60 seconds left we should be able to close this one out. It's going to be very, very close, very close. And Josh, on release it was like £50, right? My memory is... Yeah, it was like 50. Yeah, £50. 100% it was £50 when Sword and Shield released. I remember being like, I think, well, did I get Let's Go as a gift? So I didn't pay for it, because I remember being like so shocked. I was like, because it was the first time I bought, like, since buying like DS games, because that's pretty much all I bought when I used to play like Pokemon on 3DS and stuff like that. So I was like super used to, like, they weren't cheap, but they were a lot cheaper. So I was like, oh wow, yeah, super expensive, super expensive, but so worth it. I mean, like, you look at the hours that I've put in and played on it, it's just like absolutely nuts. We've got 10 seconds left. Can we get the knockout? I don't think we're even going to get round 2 being able to choose our moves. It's another game going to time though. We had one last week, so more games going to time. My opponent did well getting the Trick Room up. Their team's amazing. Jack, great game, my friend. And I think, friends, what I'm going to do is call it a day there, because I don't really want to play it anymore and deny someone else getting that top spot and getting that prize for tonight. So I'm going to say, let's have a look at our record and see where we finished. And then I can get the rental team for everyone. Participate in friendly. Can we see what our rank is? But yeah, if you're wondering, Zacian if you want to get involved in the tournaments. We run them every Friday, so there'll be one next Friday. Okay, we're number 4, 1603. That's a nice place to finish on tonight. Okay, so we had a bit of a bumpy start for sure. Costa taking us right off the tracks, game 1. But it was great to play him. So we've pulled it back and managed to do really well and get up to 4th spot. So we're not going to steal first place from anyone, which is good. And I think the team's done really well. We've been on a pretty nice run since then. So I'm going to get the rental team for you all to try this team out. I don't know if we've got the Pokepaste. Let me see if I have. I might need to create the Pokepaste because I did this team in game. Oh no, I do have the Pokepaste. So I just need to make the Pokepaste, which I can do. And then I can post to all of you here as well. So manage teams you'll want to share. And I have to get rid of some of these old and goldies. The Octazalt team was very cool. Which one am I going to get rid of? I hate doing this, you know. I hate that we've only got so many slots to have teams. Oh, let's get rid of the PC3 team. Yeah, let's get rid of that. That makes me sad. We did not do well in the regional finals. We did not do well. So this is the team. Make it public. There's a Scolipede team there. That's the one. That's the one that needs to be gone. It is back in the box, but I haven't taken out the battle box, if that makes sense. So friends, here we go. Here is the team. There's a rental for tonight. I'm going to just quickly do the Pokepaste in case you want to try the team out on Showdown, because it's easier, obviously, with us not having a ladder at the minute. Zacian, what are we calling it? Zacian Hydriegon? No, Zacian Top. We'll call it Top Dog. We had the best name earlier. Top Dog. Series 10. That's the thumbnail. That's what the thumbnail should be. Top Dog. There we go. And here is the Pokepaste. Can I just can I sign into chat? Why do I need to sign into chat? Oh, okay, I need to go to the actual stream, I think. Where is the stream? I need to find it. Let's see, can I do this? This is awkward. Ah, here we go. Okay, I can click on it and hopefully chat loads, and there we go. Pokepaste of tonight's team. It should pop up now, friends. Sorry for all of that and and typing backwards and forwards, but there's a rental for tonight. I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for coming out tonight. It's been amazing having this many of you come out and watch the tour, and we'll be streaming on YouTube a lot more. I want to get the stream schedule like really nailed down, so we'll be doing a lot more streams, and I'll be doing a lot more on YouTube as well. So it's really nice to have a chat with a lot of you tonight and just talk a bit about Mons and things like that. And we'll be definitely doing some Pokemon Unite streams as well soon, so stick around for those if you like. And Error 404, sorry if I missed you. I want to say hi, and sorry for coming right at the end of the stream, unfortunately, but we'll be streaming a lot more, like I say, so hopefully you can catch the next one, and this one will be uploaded if you want to catch the battles from tonight. This is the team though, friends. Have a great rest of the evening, have a great weekend, whatever you're up to, and we'll be back with the X9 Draft League on Sunday. That's my match with Viz from week 7, so keep an eye out for that. And then we will be back on Monday with more Series 10 content, because we've been a bit sparse this week, but we've got more Series 10 content coming Monday, and we got a best of 3 lined up with probably one of the best players in the entire world, VGC players at the minute lined up, so that'll be very exciting. I don't know when we're going to be putting it up yet, but it's in the works. It will be coming, so lots to look forward to at least. And just a big shout out to you all. Take care of yourselves, friends, and I'll see you all for another stream or